Queer cats are tone setters, the same reason my main legion of chrome wetters. With long cheddar, mixed with lines written, no time slipping. When we rhyme spitting, divine mission. Since the house days, GA Grandma left DJ Tana outraged. The South stays, bout that Beretta clapping, lines balanced with.
Catch me on the battlefield, go out with my soul. All these other rappers shield their life with fame, cause they lame and half a skill. Give them flowers, I need them pushing up daffodils.
Oh my God, Premonitions, what up?
What up?
I'm in there. Yo, what's good, fellas? What's good, y'all?
Yo.
Yeah, like my guy, Iron Solomon, another guy do amazing shit. Like motherfuckers do a Bender. What? I can't do what Bender does. Nobody. What? Nigga, RIP to the
Yo, Premonitions, who's your favorite pins in battle rap?
Oh, I actually just put that shit in the chat. Let me go back. I think I had I actually put some thought into this. I saw they post that up the other day. I had a JC, Danny, Nitty, Daylight, B-Dot, QP, Lux, and like probably a surprise when people was getting on me for was O Red. But I took all day, man. When O Red, when he getting through his material, like that nigga be saying some shit that have you like, yo, how did you come up with that? So I think he's on when he getting through his material like that.
That's a fact too. And the way he sets it up nice too. Red set it up nice. Math do too on the low. Math sets it up nice on the low too. Like Math is the master of making like him and Calico. They can make like a bar that if you set it by itself, it would just be a regular bar. But the way they set it up, that should be haymaker sometimes. Like, damn, nigga. Like,
true, but like I think a lot of Math and Cal's haymakers just come from the fact the way they deliver it. Like I'm actually a fan of both of them niggas. Like,
me too.
I think they crazy battlers. I don't think they crazy pins. I think.
Oh no. They're not. I wouldn't put them in the category.
Got you.
Those are guys like that because the way they delivered their shit. Sometimes their pins and how they structured it.
Okay.
You feel me? Like. Because everybody everybody think Math a bully, but Math a fucking rap.
No, Math can rap.
Oh my, he can get busy. Kyle, same shit. You know what I'm saying?
The cadence of your voice.
The funny thing is, Math don't even really bully niggas when he battles like that.
He don't.
He don't be like really all up in people's faces or being wild aggressive. Like in terms of like the physical contact.
I think it's his presence. He just be, you know what I mean? But
I mean, and the fact that he hit like two niggas. Like once you create a narrative on somebody, it's like it's nothing Math could do. Like Math could like fucking bring Brownies every battle going forward for his opponent, and they still gonna call that nigga a bully. So once the
Math should really do that. Like bring his opponent like some brownies or some.
If he do that, remember who gave him the idea. Like, give him my flowers.
For real. But Premonitions, what's up, man? Talk to us, man. And first of all, introduce them. Introduce yourself. Let them know who you are.
Oh man, Premonitions, best out Brooklyn, teacher, battle rapper, killer on the stage, man. Man, what's up, man? I'm just chilling, man. I'm enjoying my summer vacation, man. Like writing this eulogy for Damage, the trap.
Let them know where you had your first battle at.
Oh, that'll be the trap, man. No doubt. That's the trap, man. We back August 7th too, man. I'm like 2/3 of the way done with the eulogy for Damage. It's like, and it's heavy. It's heavy. I'm not playing with him. Man. I mean, look, man. I don't believe in talking bullshit if you can't back it up. So I ain't lost a round in the trap in a couple battles, like 2 straight 30.
You sounding like me in there.
I mean, I believe it's only if you speak facts and like nobody can't be mad at you. You feel me?
Yeah, he sound like me in there. I remember.
Can't be mad if you speaking the truth. So
I ain't lose no rounds in here,
bro. I haven't lost a round in forever. Like the hardest thing right now is like I'm not used to being up this early on a Saturday though.
Then I met Brooklyn Carter, and that was it for me. I lost some rounds. Shout out to Brooklyn Carter. That's my nigga. I love Brooklyn Carter.
My first battle on the trap is debatable. I think I probably lost a round, but that was my first battle ever. I don't make excuses. But I can own up to that. But since then, man, it's been
Brooklyn Carter was the first like super impressive person I ever battled.
I watched some of Brooklyn Carter stuff.
He's a monk. Like you get in front, it's different than when you're in front. Like I say, he's like a locomotive. Like he picks up steam. Like he starts off slow, but by the end, nigga, he got you in a tornado or some shit. You don't even know what you just stand like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, you know what I mean? Like, why is everybody going crazy?
It's a different kind of pressure.
As far as my favorite pens, Favorite pins? Shit. Lux is one for sure. I like B-Dot. I like Bender, of course. Bender is fucking. I'm muting with that shit, son. I like Ilmac. Shout out to Ilmac.
Subscribe to his Twitch.
Yeah, Chilla.
Definitely.
Obviously, Chilla. That's the home team.
Yeah, Chilla.
Like Chilla, because Chilla tries shit. You know what I mean? Chilla's not scared to try some shit. JC, because JC's deadly with it.
JC is definitely, man.
JC
when they come to them pins, woo!
He's surgical with it.
Another thing I want to piggyback off of real quick with the rappers getting kind of upset that their names aren't on the list. Other people start generating their own lists too. That's another thing. Then once one list comes out, there's 10 other lists that
just make your own list, man.
Yo, look, that's what I did one day. I had posted this top 50 list, a top 50 list that everybody got mad at. And this is what I said, right? These are my top 50 active battlers at the time. I just start jotting down names, right? So I'm like, you know what? The way that the list is ordered, people are going to be so pissed off if they just see this list like it is. I'm like, you know what? I'm just put it out like that. Son, they was frying.
Of course, you wanted to stir some shit up, Mercy.
Of course. Listen, man, I got
That's
to.
what Mercy do.
I know, man.
Listen, it's all about stirring the pot and creating the conversation. If nobody does it, then we don't got nothing to talk about.
That's a fact, man.
These lists are crazy, like these lists, yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, like certain things got to be a criteria. You know what I mean? Because like some niggas are
somebody said they don't think Dunch is talked about enough in terms of pins.
Dunch is super fire.
Fire.
Dunch.
Make sure you check that battle out. Him and
Dunch,
Jable.
yeah.
Battle of the year.
Yeah,
so
Dunch is incredible.
Crazy.
Yeah. Dunch.
That round he did about the King Jable. Oh
crazy.
My God. That's one of the most creative rounds ever.
Mad rounds like that. He got the Wizard of Oz round. He got a round when he fucking rapped about somebody's mole and was crazy. Like he be going. Dunch is that nigga.
I'm familiar with him, but I think that's the beauty of that's like the beauty and the ugliness of battle rap. Everything is so subjective. Like prime example, like I just put I say people time and time again, not just as pens, but as battle rappers. If this nigga get through his material like straight clean, not fucking up, O-Red is in my top 10. I tell people that and they like, man, O-Red, I can't stand his voice or some dumb shit like that. So it's like everything.
I don't pay attention to shit like that. I
don't either, but what I'm saying, no, I agree. But my thing is though, it's so subjective. Like you can't tell somebody like to like what they don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
Like I fuck with the way like Twerk when he on with the way he'll break a word down, and some people like, oh man, that's not lit. He just taking a word and stretching it. So it's so like subjective. It's all. That's the thing about these lists. Like you can't put too much like stock into them because like one person's list is going to be fucking crazy. Like you'll probably have some. It's niggas who say Lux is trash. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my
first of all, if you say Lux is trash,
I agree. But you know, it's battle rap though, bro. Would that be the weirdest thing you ever heard of in battle rap? Somebody saying Lux is trash? It wouldn't make it top 10 weirdest things in battle rap. It's battle rap. You know somebody say it. I've seen it in groups and stuff like that. Like nobody like
of course. But see, those are the type of opinions we can't even take serious because it's just stupid to say that. How do you fix your face and say Lux is trash? Like what?
Yeah, we don't want to hear what he's talking about. Like his punch enough. I'm like, y'all niggas not listening. Like y'all not listening.
Yeah, so they be bugging with that. But shout out to the chat, man. We got a lot of people in here. Man, somebody audio is clipping a little bit. I don't know whose it might be. Hold on. I hope it's not mine. Oh, yeah, I think it was Excel's.
Yeah.
But I did. I seen what do y'all think of Loso in terms of pen?
I like him. I mean I think A Ward is my favorite horseman as far as the Christian battle rappers go, I think Loso is very talented.
Yeah, I think Loso definitely got a pen. And I think where Loso's really like elevated is like his confidence and his like delivery. I feel like he's always had a good delivery, but I feel like the last few times I've seen Loso, like he knows more that he fired, if that makes sense. Like when you fire, it's like your shit comes off different. You know what I'm saying? And
Excel, your audio, I don't know what it is a little choppy. It sounds like somebody chopping onions or something like that over there.
Hey, I don't know what the fuck is going on over here, man.
It's all good.
Yeah, man.
I think you're straight. Yeah, I think you're straight now.
Yeah.
I think the problem with him is sometimes Loso's angles fall flat, and that's where I like. And I mean, again, this isn't always, and I'm not just saying that because it has nothing to do with the people that I believe have beaten him. But I'm a fan of his. I think his the way his setups and some of his shit hits hard. You know what I mean? From time to time, I just think that sometimes when it does fall flat, it hurts him.
Okay. So what I wanted to do, Ed, I wanted to get back to talking about this season 1. First of all, what battles happened last week?
Last week was City versus XQZ.
I watched that in full.
I had City with the 30.
30s.
We had Mac Myron over Dallas Cash. I also had Mac Myron with the 30.
Mercy.
Why did anybody think Dallas Cash was going to get around?
Well, I think C Double was the only one that said that he was going to get around. I believe. I'd have to go back and watch it. I think we all said 30 Mac.
Yeah. It wasn't even close. He did, and then Dallas Cash tried that the dressing like him, whatever, and then I dropped the ball like you always do on Smack. That was no.
The impersonation I thought fell flat too, and Mac Myron's impersonation was like, bam, spot on.
Yeah.
Like,
niggas gotta stop rapping about Smack on King of the Dot. Stop referencing how niggas' career went.
I know Organic and them gotta get sick of it.
Agreed.
Shit is corny. It shit don't have no effect, nigga. We on King of the Dot, man. What you talking about?
And then I'm gonna agree with you, what you said earlier, Mercy. That Times versus 100 Shot Frenchie was the best back and forth of the day. Not lopsided.
I told
like
you,
the other two.
100 Shot Frenchie fire, right? I told you.
And like you said about the mirror match thing, so it was just like that. It was like a bigger version of Time. Like Frenchie looks like a bigger version of Times with a
like
straight eye.
Person. That's what I'm saying. I told you, it was like two of the same people battling.
And especially with the content, they both got that.
Cleveland and Chicago have history too, so it's like they're from different parts of town, but it's like the same struggle type thing.
That shit was fire. Shout out to them.
Yeah, that was definitely a great back and forth.
That was the 3 battles.
What's this week?
This week we got it's Shoddy P versus Gage.
That's a good one.
That's a good
LL Cool G versus Cash Money.
Ooh.
And Bill Collector versus Stack Almighty, which I heard might be potentially postponed, or I don't know. I didn't get any clarification in the chat. I can't see.
All right, so let's start off with the Shoddy P versus
if anybody from the King of the Dot is in the chat, if they could just clarify.
I'm gonna go Shoddy.
Okay.
2-1. Gage is gonna be fired. But I think tournament style,
Shoddy.
The punch is gone. The punch is gone. Don't get it fucked up. Gage could steal it, but I think the punch is just because it's a tournament. You know what I mean? And the tournament, like, you gotta kind of be easily digestible. You know what I mean? I think that would be more digestible. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go Shoddy 2-1.
Okay.
It's funny. That's the only battle I'm really familiar with though, and I'm know both of those two dudes like as far as watching them, and I agree with everything Excel said. I think where Gage shines at is the setups and kind of like swag and like being able to interact with the crowd and entertain. I think for a tournament, that's not the way you want to go because it's like you can't take time to like interact. You got to like attack your opponent, and I think Shoddy P is going to be on him.
Sean on the net. Shout out to you, gifting a whole bunch of people subs in the chat. He asked where all 4 of us are at.
Drop them emojis.
Huh?
Nah, Sean on the net asked where we 4 are at.
Oh, Brooklyn, New York, man. Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah, I'm in Massachusetts, man.
Dark Side, Delaware.
Queens, but originally
you ain't Queens. You ain't from Harlem, bro. You from you out there in Baisley and all that. Nah, but yeah, Shotty 2-1. I'm gonna go Shotty.
Yeah, Shotty 3.
I got Gage
2-1. 1.
Damn, I'm the only person that got Gage winning. Shit.
Go ahead.
I mean, when I was piggybacking off earlier,
I'm saying it's tournament, and tournament makes the judgments different a little bit.
He just did it.
You got to get to it. And Gage sometimes takes a minute to get to it.
Okay. All right, what's the next one?
LL Cool G versus Cash Money.
Ooh.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go LL. I'm gonna go LL because LL is seasoned. He battled a lot of good
against
niggas.
Rum. I liked him against Rum.
He battled a lot of good niggas, and he's always had solid performances. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I think Cash Money is fire, but yeah, I would go with LL off the experience.
2-1. I think Cash can get around though.
Salute to LL too, because he's always in the chats. I always see him either on social media or on YouTube chat. He's always interacting with the fans, and that's.
I think Cash. I definitely think Cash can get around for sure. But
so I say Coogee.
2 months veteran shit. 2 months veteran shit going
on. Okay, Premonitions. What you think?
Not too familiar with those guys. I'm gonna have to sit this one out. Next prediction, I got y'all. I'm not familiar with them two though. I know Bill. I've seen Stack Almighty a couple battles. I got a prediction for that one, but I'm not too familiar with those two battles.
Okay.
This tournament does have some names. This tournament does have some names that not a lot of the fan. And I'm not saying this is no diss to my man over here. That maybe the a lot of fans aren't familiar with, and that's just this is something like this is good to bring it to the masses. To bring these guys forward.
Right.
Yeah. So what's the next one? Stack Almighty versus Bill Collector.
Right, and I don't know somebody from King of the Dot of Organic or anybody in here that's from the staff might. I don't know. I heard a rumor earlier this week that might be postponed, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Well,
Sean on the net, his name is Hunger Games Ed in the chat.
Yeah.
Hunger Games Ed. Yeah, like that. Yep.
Now,
but
I will say,
I just had the chat.
If it does happen though,
let me look.
It's kind of tough. That's like a preference battle kind of.
I agree.
Yeah. Because it's two completely different styles.
I can't see the chat.
Yeah. Bill is, Bill's kind of all around. He's funny. He got beat, bar you up. He can do street shit too. Stack is just street freight train. You know what I'm saying? Non-stop pressure. So, but I think Bill. I'm gonna edge it to Bill. Because Bill just did a tournament,
made it all the way to the finals
in the tournament, so he knows what knows what it takes to, do what it does in the tournament set. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the two stack battles I saw him versus Danny Myers, and I think I saw him versus Twerk. I think he battled Twerk. I think he actually handled himself really good, and like we all know, Danny Myers is one of the best ever. And Twerk, when he's on his shit, like what Twerk can do. I'm gonna still have to edge Bill. I'm edging Bill just because of the experience. I actually do think Stack's style is actually made more for the tournament as well. But I thought the same shit about Bill in the URL tournament, and then he got past Kanan and he beat Mike P. So it's kind of crazy to underestimate Bill. But this is a big opportunity for Stack though. Like he got the style, he got the ability. Like I would assume he is the hungrier person because everybody knows who Bill is. You know what I'm saying? Like Bill's a star. Yeah. Like, he's a legend. Like this is.
But I also think Bill's one of them people who still retain his hunger through the years, and I think that's why he continues to improve. Like you see with even past the Hitman battle, you see how he did in his last tournament. Like Bill still comes with it every time.
That's true.
None told me it was his toughest opponent he's ever stood in front of. I'm telling you. And he battled Av. You know what I mean?
Because Bill is like that. It's like I think Excel was saying about Brooklyn Carter. It's certain people like if you look at them, you could tell like the energy is different. Like I feel like standing in front of Bill is like it will probably be different. You know what I'm saying? Because like this is his charisma, his aura, the fact that he can't rap. It's all it's like so it's not easy challenge to stand in front of Bill.
What can you really do to Bill Collector? Really, like
writing for him. Not even just battling him, writing for him, preparing to battle. You know what I mean? There's a whole
like what can you say to him for real? Like, you know what I mean? Like he's a
2-1 Bill I got.
Yeah, because
no diss to stack.
And he's one of those guys that puts his life on Front Street, so you can't really be like, you did this and that. Like we all know.
Yeah, it's fact.
Staff Almighty, I believe, is zoo faculty or old zoo faculty. I don't know if they're still around, but the old Midwest. I mean, again, and them guys been grinding for years out there. I'm glad putting on from Michigan.
I'm glad Stack is in the season. I'm glad because that
means. So look, I got a fan question here. How much is fan interaction important in terms of battle rap? What do y'all think about it?
It's necessary.
I think it's great.
Yeah, it's necessary. It's necessary. I mean, you don't have. I mean, it's necessary, man. I mean, because battle rap, that's what makes it dope. We don't have.
It's an opinionated sport, so the fans' input is everything. To be honest, I mean, if with no clear winner or loser, without what the fans say, what would it mean? Well, you know, you're just gonna have the battlers talk about who won or lost. Then everybody's undefeated. Everybody's gonna say, "I won. I won."
But no, I think fan interaction is important, just as long as there's not no troll shit like fans doing way too much sometimes. Like, just block them niggas and move on.
Yeah, like the nigga that was arguing with fucking Ill Will at the fucking face off. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, we talked about that.
That's
talking about that.
That's too much.
We were just talking about that. All these weirdos trying to be famous in battle rap. Like,
that bozo we had to kick out of here earlier.
If you look at it though, it's like the same thing. Like I think any form of entertainment, like with the fan interaction, you got to take the bad with the good because no brand, no entertainment is going to be built without the fans. Like you look at the fucking NBA, you got fucking weird ass motherfuckers running on the court trying to attack Russell Westbrook or like obviously not the fans that you want, but nothing is going to build if you don't allow the people. So obviously in a perfect world, you're not going to have those weirdos who do extra shit. But you die without the fans. It's that simple. That's why I don't care what nobody says. Like the quarantine shit was cool, but battle rap is really battle rap. You don't get moments without fans. You don't have a Sioux Surf Third without fans. You don't have a fucking Harlem Hospital giving beds out without fans. You need them. So.
You don't even have bloggers without fans. Bloggers aren't up but high grade level fans. There's the super fans. I'm a wrestling fan. So in wrestling, we have what's called super fans. And super fans follow the wrestlers from city to city. You know, insider info. You have you might even be friends with a couple of the guys. But again, and this is not, 3 of my brothers actually battle. So, I mean, Tink, Nun, and Briz are my brother. Like, I'll fight the front lines for all of them guys. You know what I mean? And they know it. So, I mean, maybe, and I don't share insider info with other casual fans. I just don't. And then that's out of respect for the culture, the business. I mean, again, maybe it's different if I'm in Mercy's inbox talking to him or if I'm talking to XL about some personal shit, because I know that they're not going to go running on social media like, oh, yeah, Tink's battling such and such coming up. You know what I mean? I can talk to them about stuff like that. But I'm not running into Facebook groups to get clout on Angry Fans saying, hey, guys, guess who's coming up next? Guess who Nun has next? Nah, we ain't doing that. I mean, that's me personally. But I know some other characters in this culture will run for clout and drop blogs and get on chat groups and ruin cards, and it really affects the battlers. I mean, and the league owners. Like, what the fuck? You put all this time into putting a card together that you want to be a big deal, and you got this something leaking the foot. You know what I mean? It can go both ways, and the trolls definitely ruined it. I mean, battlers were a little bit, you see battlers, they don't mind chopping it up with the fans. You want to interact with them. You should. I mean, again, you got your select few that just want to come in, do their job, get the hell out of there. They don't want to really, they're not interested in that. But you got the other ones that, hey, man, how many events I've been, just look over. It's like, oh shit, JC's standing right next to me, watching the battle right next to me. And I mean, again, fan in me wants to be like, hey, bro, you know, but you know, it is what it is.
So, Premonitions, as a battler that's on the come up and being a bit new, you know, just in terms of battle, because I know you've been watching the culture for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I even seen old posts where I might have posted something in Unbiased years back, and you was on the post going crazy.
Salute to Chris.
I mean,
I see that you got a little bit of a history just in terms of just watching everything. As a new battler, how do you feel like the journey is in terms of just elevating your name and getting up to that higher plateau?
I feel like it's kind of weird. I think it's like anything you come into, you don't necessarily have all the information you need to how do you necessarily build up. Like, obviously, we know at the end of the day, the best way to build your name up is to go out there and have fire performances. You go out there, you rap good, your name is going to buzz. But it's like, what do you necessarily do to take the next step? You feel what I'm saying? Like, do I go over here? Do I battle this person? At what point do I stop battling people who don't have no name or have no footage? When do I want to try to get on a crew? You know, stuff like that. So I think that's probably the biggest thing. It's like, when have you put in enough work to know when you're ready to take that next step? That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, you know, I've been doing it now 2 years. Like, right now, I've got about 8 or 9 on-cam battles. So I'm steadily building it up, you know. Got people who rocking with me, you know, I'm bringing people to the shows. You know, I had like a few people there for me, like at the last Trap event. I might have even more there. But yeah, that's really what it's like. Just trying to figure out, like, where do you go to, like, build your name up even higher as you're coming in.
Okay. So what made you want to actually start battling? Because as somebody who been paying attention to the game, and I mean like from a culture standpoint in terms of being in the Facebook, being on social media and stuff like that, what makes you say, yo, I want to actually try to become a battle rapper?
Nah, that's funny as hell. So like a lot of people say, I've been rapping since I was young. Like, the funny thing about it, I did not know anything about battle rap, honestly, until about 2013. It was crazy. Okay. I was on a break at school. I'm doing some random shit on YouTube, and Charlie Clips versus Conceited comes up. Wow, I don't know. And that's the infamous Captain More Guns, get Captain More Guns, whatever. Yo, I rewound that clip like 90 times. Like, I was watching Captain Morgan shit. So then after that, I started, like, once I found that out, it was like I became like a fucking super fan, like watching battles like 8-9 hours. I went back and watched everything you can possibly imagine. So I was like, damn, it's like, so when I started writing, I'm like, yo, I could do this too. So I was like, yo, like, what you got to do to battle rap? So I started doing my research. I just happened to come across a post that Peso made. I'm like, nah, I ain't about to do this shit. Some time go by, I'm like, oh, fuck it. Yeah, so shout out to Peso for real though. He gave me some,
my brother.
Yeah, he gave me some good advice after my
meanest nigga in the trap.
Helped me elevate. So I reached out to Peso. You know, we did our business, whatever. I get the first battle, and I wasn't even good in my first battle, real talk. And this is why I really got to shout out Peso, because he pulled me to the side after that when we was in Jersey, and he was like, "Yo, bro, you got the bars." He was like, "You gotta spit them shits like they your own." You feel me? And like I took that to heart. So it's like for my next few battles,
he got
like,
encouragement.
Nah, it was like that. No, but I appreciate it because it wasn't just
Peso,
like.
Listen, when I was in the trap, Peso wasn't giving no encouragement. Nigga.
Well, here was the real shit about it. When I walked up to him, no, honestly, after
that
the
nigga was taking money at the door, nigga. Like, hey,
I walked up to that nigga and I was like, "Yo, bro, did I win or did I lose?" And he was like, "I'm be real with you, like you lost." But he was like, "It's not because you don't have the bars, like you didn't spit them shit like they're your own." So I was like, "All right, man." I took that advice and up the prep, you know, and I was like, "Yo, like these are mine." So now when I stand in front of you, like people feel the pressure is different. Not only the bars are there, the delivery is different. Like, I'm a different person to stand in front of, honestly, because it's very little.
Shout out to Peso. Always keep it.
He do.
Constructive criticism from league owners like Peso, Mercy, B City, Lex, Kells. Yeah. That could come in handy to some battlers if they actually, instead of being,
because they're telling you because they give a fuck.
That's the
ignorant to the fact.
They could just let you be trash and not book you again.
Not to cut you off, bro, but it actually, if it helped you, hey, word, that's awesome.
Yeah, but it's also, I think a lot of battle rappers don't take it.
Real shit, I'm a product of listening to No Mercy and Peso. Dead ass. You know how many times me, No Mercy, and Peso fucking had behind the scenes powwows on how we about to do some shit. And then I've started fucking with Lex. And Lex is like fucking Paul Heyman, ECW brain with that shit. Like, you just gotta fucking...
Well, having a league owner that cares about you versus just having a league owner that wants to throw you on a card definitely matters. I mean, there is the latter. There is the other side of that.
Yeah, no, there's definitely the other side. But when you do have a league owner that pulls you to the side and is like, "Yo, you need to tighten your shit up," don't take offense.
No, that's awesome.
Just telling you so the next time you come back right.
That's definitely dope.
Well, I think but it all comes down to I think. People say like one of the best things to be able to do is take criticism, but you have to be able to take criticism and be an honest self-critic with yourself and like combine that. So like any form of criticism I ever get, I sit down and think, is it valid? And if it's valid, I'm gonna try to like fix it. And then if it's not, I'm gonna be like, niggas hating. But you have to listen to it. You can't just take it as hate.
Definitely take discernment because you gotta, you take what works for you and then what don't. You leave it.
Yeah, you leave it. Like, but that goes to where I think time and time again, being a fan, some battle rappers be way too sensitive sometimes about everything. Like, criticism, interacting with fans. Like, I was literally talking to this dude. Like, we had a fire ass battle, man. Premonitions versus Bobby T. Go peep that if you ain't seen it. Fire ass battle. And it was somebody saying some crazy shit in the comments, and me and him mad cool now. And I was like, yo, bro, you gonna argue with one nigga saying something in the comments? What happened when you got 10,000 people saying something in the comments?
Yeah,
I'm trying to get I want 5,000 people in the comments telling me I'm trash.
Yeah, but my advice to like None and Tink and them, steer clear of the negative. Only respond to the guys that are like, oh, he's fire, or he's, that's the only, you want to interact with the fans that care about you, not the ones that are there to bring you down, man. Be honest. I'm not saying you can't read them, but don't respond to it. Like, don't feed into it.
But that's how you like. If you get to a level like that, I'm sorry to cut you off, if you get to a level where 5,000, 10,000 niggas in the comments telling you trash, you've done something. Trust me. 5,000 people ain't gonna take time out their day to tell you trash if you're not relevant.
No, yeah.
That's just where I'm at. I'll be honest with you. Like, and I'm not gonna argue with you. Think I'm trash? Thank you for watching. Keep watching something.
That's like the Howard Stern thing. All press, even bad press, is still press.
So look, Premonition, how did you plan for your early battles? Like when you first started battling, like what was your prep like?
So my early, it was just like, so I honestly didn't get a full appreciation of prep after the first battle. Like my first battle, real shit, and I'm not proud of it. So that week I had turned 30. I went to Vegas and I turned up like all week in Vegas, and I came back like 2 days before the battle. Wasn't in the best prep place, and I think that contributes to my bad performance. But after that, it really just came to like, I'm an old school person. Like the way I stand up in front of a mirror, envision my opponent, write my bars. I still write on paper. Like I don't know how people do like the phone stuff. Yeah, I'm an old school dude. Like I gotta write my shit on paper.
Old nigga shit, man. You hear that?
Like, yeah, I got right on paper. Then once I get my 3 rounds, it's like, yo, you learn that first round, learn that second round, learn that third round. And it's like I practice that shit till it starts getting annoying to me. Like, and I practice my rounds until I'm tired of hearing them. That's just the way it goes. Like, and then I know I'm ready to stand in front of people, and that I'm confident I'm not going to choke. I know my material. Like I can sprinkle in the freestyle because I know that like I didn't practice them shits past exhaustion.
You know what I say
in the chat? Get him a GZ, Gully.
What I say is battle rap definitely taught me a lot about prep because even with me being a rapper, right, and going to the studio, like I used to be somebody who like I would just write my 16, then just go to the booth and rap it. What I learned, writing your material and then going over it first before you actually get in the booth and rap, your shit comes out way better when you just know it and you can go off the top.
Of course.
And that shit made a lot more of my late music.
Play with it.
Much
better. Know what I'm saying? Like you can manipulate it. Like for me, I practice my bars and then I practice them in livable situations. So I might have the TV on, I do my bars, might have somebody talking to me, something like my girl be right there, I'll be rapping, she'll be talking, you know what I mean? And then once I get it like that, then it's just like, yo, like I can then I know I could stop anywhere, or I might just pick it up from a random spot in my round. Yo, let me from the middle of the second book. That way I know, because you never know in a battle, nigga, you get stopped anywhere. Just keep going.
Same thing for me. When my bros go over their bars, I'll intentionally sometimes just go, whoa, and then between their round. Sometimes they'd be like, yo, what are you doing? I'm like, yeah, what are you gonna do when somebody does that at the event, dog? Like that's what I'm doing. And then they like, oh man, damn.
Yeah, right.
I would practice my bars on a train, bro. Like another thing I do too, I practice transitions. Like I'll practice because like I found like I heard somebody say that, I don't know who I heard say that when you choke, it's 99% of the time not because you forgot a bar, so you forgot a word. It's like those. It's like you train your brain to remember shit in a sequence, and when you fuck up on the transition, one word is just gonna fuck everything up.
Yeah. That's
I practice, so like whatever I identify as like my hardest transition, I'll like randomly out of nowhere, I could be cooking food or I'll just start from that transition just to make sure, like, you know, I got it down pat.
Yeah, because that's like, he's not wrong. When you choke, it's not the punch that people choke on. It's Transition part.
Get back. Especially when you're in a round pound.
I'll say one of the biggest moments I was mad about was Chilla versus B Magic. When he choked, he did like a scheme that was he set it up throughout the first 2 rounds. He executed it in the third and then choked right after. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Because that scheme,
and I was in the building for that too.
That scheme was crazy.
Yeah,
it was a big scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah. Choking. Yeah, you gotta be prepped.
Yeah. So let's take us out of here, man. I want everybody to give their social media and everything like that.
Real quick before we go, I want to touch on real quick. Hurricane Dew getting her first battle on Verbal Warzone against Shayna Ashley.
Shout out to Hurricane Dew for that.
Shout out to Dew. I mean, we're gonna get out of here, but that was the last thing I had on my notes, so I just wanted to make sure.
And I did say I wanted to talk about that because I thought that was real dope. For one, that she is battling a legend like Shayna Ashley, but also that it's main event and it's on a big platform.
She's been talking about coming back, she's been stirring her fan base, saying, "Hey, would you guys like me to battle?" And everybody was kind of commenting like, "You would be fire on Verbal Warzone." And I think Budden or one of them guys got in touch with her, and look, bam, main event too, crazy.
Go, dude.
So yeah, salute to her, salute to Shayna Ashley.
Salute.
She's dot mob, ain't she? I believe her was
Shayna
down
Ashley,
with the dot.
She's dot mob. Salute to Shayna. Salute to Duke. Let's make man.
Duke can rap her ass off. Like,
crazy bars.
She's amazing with that bars. So yeah, man, you already know.
Yo, good luck on your battle today, dog. Anything you want to say? Re-up Snub. He dead or what? What's up? Let's talk about it real quick.
Dying. You know what that is. I battled today.
Where your battle at?
Pre-order, Massachusetts and Everett. Pre-order. I battled. VOD be up and all that. We got Real Deal versus Kang.
Crazy.
Bangs versus King Savvy.
It's in New York or it's in Mass?
Mass.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna miss
Bangs
that.
versus King Savvy. It's gonna be crazy. So yeah, man, we here.
Yeah. All right, Premonitions, give them your socials.
Yo, I done dropped in the chat, man. PR3 Premonitions, man. August 7th, back in the trap. Premonitions versus Damage. Red on the card. It's Dot versus Solo on the card. We in bed style. Like, I need to pull up. It's gonna be a movie. Search me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. The name is the same. PR3 Premonitions. Yo, appreciate you having me, Mercy.
Salute to my man Jay Murder again.
What it
FT Dub. FT Dub. Right. Make sure you cop some of that gear for my man. Support all things battle rap.
All right, we out of here, man. Follow me everywhere. No Mercy Harlem, and we'll be back next Saturday morning, man. Let's chop this Fable.
Peace.
Ducking and how they protected by all the nerds is disgusting. They vomit up views, I can't stomach it. The whole scene trash, the homeless nigga is rummaging. What I found when discovering is some other shit that food for thought. Got no ingredients for sustenance. The guards here to spill blood. Let's make a